everyone. My name is Kim Marilyn. I am the founder, visionary of Stages of Purple Inspiration, Rebuilding and Restoring Relationships. I have a certification in biblical counseling and a certification in life relationship coaching. Also, I have a master's degree in marriage and family therapy, also known as MFT. So, I wanted to do a quick video on emotional immaturity versus emotional maturity. But first, I'm gonna go through a few things on emotional maturity in a person. Things that you will see to actually let you know, or in yourself, to let you know that you are emotionally immature still. So I'm going to define it, and the definition of emotional immaturity is as a condition where a person haven't given up their childhood fantasies. They basically are still living in fantasy or childhood fantasy that they haven't quite lived out or did not get to fulfill when they was a child. And they can also be in they can also bend reality to be what they want it to be. So that just a sign of letting you know that you or someone could be emotionally immature. And what are some of the causes of emotional immaturity? Quite often, it could be stressful situations, can induce the lack of sleep, also conflict, anxiety, anger, grief. Many things can cause you to be emotionally immature. And sometimes, you could just been emotionally neglected in your childhood. So, you never became, or in certain areas, mature in that area once you got older or into your adult life. Um, Emotional immaturity also reflect the lack of understanding about one's self, emotions. So, many times people are not understanding their emotions, why they having all different type of emotions, and so they just really don't know, and they react in a certain way when certain situations come up, and it can be very immature. So just say, for instance, you're in a relationship, um, and for instance, you get mad because you may text or you may call your significant other, or even this could be outraged to in your personal relationships like family, friends, co-workers, or whatever the case. And just say, for instance, you call or text them, and they do not call you back, they or do not text you or anything or respond, or it take them several hours to respond to whatever method you use to contact them with. So a emotional immature person will probably more than likely really get mad and pissed off and block that person, or they would not respond to when that person called them back or text them back because they pissed off because the person did not respond to them when they wanted them to respond to them. So that's a sign of a emotional immature person. So the question is, are you emotionally immature? Many people will think that they're not, but once you get into a relationship, or either you notice it in your relationships with others, meaning, like I said, friends, family members, co-workers, how you react to certain situations. Um, and there are signs of emotional immaturity, and I'm not going to go over every single one of them, but I will just briefly state them. I'm going to check my notes. You know, they emotionally immature people are egocentric. Is kind of like they are concerned with the individual rather than society. So basically, they are concerned about themselves. It's not about no one else. It's all about them, basically. And then the other one is they keep things surface level, meaning emotionally they would not go deep with things. They would not really talk things out in details. They'll basically keep it surface because they don't want to get into anything deep. They just kind of keep it on the surface, so they have the other person wondering what what else, what's going on. You're not giving me the full picture, or I'm not understanding. So that'll let you know too. um and they may, and also they may what they may do surface level. They may just talk about their day, what they did at work, or something like that. So because events are really hard for them to discuss, they just would not. They just keep it surface, like a the short and sweet type of conversation. Like I said, they wouldn't go into anything deep. And also, they have the tendency to blame others for things when they go wrong. Um, it's always the other person's fault. They do not take ownership of anything. Even if it were their fault, they will not take ownership of it. They will find a way to say that it was the other person's fault. So, um, and think about it. Like I said, if you want to see, are you that type of person yourself, or if you're dating someone that's emotionally immature? Also think about some of these things that I am talking about. Just see if any of them come up. And you don't necessarily have to be emotionally immature in all areas that I have mentioned so far, but you may find yourself being emotional immature in some of these areas. So, and also they don't like to be held accountable. They do not like no one to make sure they are doing what they're supposed to do. So they don't want no one to be questioning them about whatever certain situation. Just say, for instance, you could just be like, just say if they trying to lose weight or something. I know this kind of going off the subject, but like I said, this could be in any relationship, meaning whether it's marriage or friendship, co-worker, whatever the case. So just say, for instance, you got a good friend and you're, you know, wondering, are they losing weight? And then, because they told you, they said they want to lose weight, and they're going to continue to try to eat right and do things and exercise. And then, you may come back later and ask them, well, have you been eating, right? How you been doing with your exercise and stuff like that? And they may get pissed off and don't want you to question them about it. See, and then so they don't want to be held accountable because they may mess up or whatever the case, and they don't want to have you or anyone else kind of questioning them about anything or not. They don't want to be held accountable. Um, they don't like to compromise, so compromise, settlement of the difference, and consent between the mutual concessions. So, example, I wash the dishes if you cook, you know, or I would go out on Friday with my friend. So, it's like, say for instance, you say, okay, if I cook tonight and you wash the dishes, or either you say, okay, where I could compromise with you. I won't go out with my friends on Friday night. I will, stay in and spend time with you. But Saturday night, maybe we could go and be with our friends or whatever the case. So that's like a compromise. But they don't really compromise well. It's kind of like I said back to them. It's about them, and they basically are self-absorbed, self-centered, self-concerned. Like I said, they're not concerned for anyone else. So I'm gonna give one more. They hold grudges. Um, they will stay mad with you for the longest, even if you don't came back and apologize on several occasions. They still will be mad and hold grudges, and they could probably hold. It just depends. They can hold grudges for months and weeks and years. Even if you're probably not with that person, or a family member, they may choose not to talk to you for a certain length of time, or keep it very surface because they holding a grudge against you, and that's not good. Because you know they can cause all type of issues and sickness and things like that. So I just want to briefly talk about, if you're dealing with someone that's emotionally immature. But also, I would come up and do a video on noticing or seeing, taking note of someone that's emotional mature. And you can look for those signs in someone. And, they could be very helpful in your relationships, and even, like I said, your family relationship as well. So, thank you for watching my video. Hope this was helpful. If so, please visit my Facebook page. It is Stages of Purple Inspirations. Also, check me out on Instagram. It's at Stages of Purple Inspiration, and right here on YouTube, you watch my video. Also, you can visit my website. It's stagesofpurpleinspirations.com, and check out all the services that I do provide. So, I just want to thank you for watching my video. So, everyone, be safe and talk to you all later.